Welcome to Movie World Plus, the place where we talk movies. I'm Andy Signore, and today I'm here to review Darren Aronofsky's The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser. That's right, that's Brendan Fraser of The Mummy, Encino Man, George of the Jungle, under heavy prosthetic to play the character of Charlie, a character who is eating himself to death. This film is intense, it is haunting, it's also beautiful. Brendan Fraser gives a performance that many are raving about, and I understand why. It's a wonderful performance. It's a challenging performance. It's a frustrating movie at times. Watching this character just fall down so much, lose faith in himself, and continue to be challenged with his eating, compulsive eating, and eating disorder. It is a lot to handle will be for some audiences, just as most Darren Aronofsky movies are. If you're unfamiliar with the filmmaker, he made the film Pi way back, and then his most popular films, Pi, and then Requiem for a Dream, which is a massively intense film. He also made a film that really challenged me called Mother with Jennifer Lawrence. Oof, that's a tough one. Black Swan, The Fountain. He's made a lot of films that are just challenging for certain viewers. My favorite of him still is The Wrestler, starring Mickey Rourke. A fantastic performance, fantastic character study. And The Whale, for me, falls more aligned with The Wrestler in a way, mixed with some Black Swan-ness, but more Wrestler than Black Swan. Look, the story of the film is pretty simple. Brendan Fraser, as I said, plays a character named Charlie. He has a nurse friend named Liz looking after him, played by Hong Chow, she's fantastic in the role, as she really is enabling him, but also there to support him in what are clearly his last days as she comes and checks his blood pressure, etc. It's clear we are on a journey of a man who has given up on life and himself. The film starts with a scene where he's a teacher speaking to his class over Zoom, and his camera's off. And one of the students, asks, "Well, how come we never see you?" And he laughs, or someone makes a comment about him in the Zoom chat, and he catches it. He's like, "I think you didn't mean to send that to all of us, but yeah, my camera is broken. That's why it still is broken. Apologies, but I'm here." And he's helping to help these students in writing is what he's really passionate about. And Charlie's a really good writer. He's a really good teacher. But the film is sort of him giving up on everything, the students, life in general, his lot in life, and the loss of his own partner. The film, sort of unwraps the onions of what is really causing Charlie all this pain. You get to learn more about him and the story itself. And like I said, without getting into spoilers about the story, it's intense. A lot of reveals and just a wonderful performance, a hard performance to watch as you're watching Brendan go down this path so frustratingly, but relatable in a way of, I think a lot of us sometimes have fallen into a smaller version of this where we just give up, go eat a tub of ice cream after another and never want to be seen or heard from again. Imagine that to the worst degree. And that's really where this film comes from. It's based on a play by Samuel D. Hunter, who also wrote the screenplay. And it does feel a bit like a play at times, but Darren Aronofsky, the director, does a good job moving around the room. There are some really intense moments of just watching him have to get up that, not done in a way that is, making fun of, right, but just showing the struggles in the real life of what it would be to be someone this morbidly overweight, obese. Also stars Sadie Sink of Stranger Things as his daughter, Ellie. She shows up midway through the film, and we realize he's trying to better his relationship with his daughter, is what I will say. And their dynamic is pretty intense as well. She has her own issues she's dealing with, and the fact that she hasn't really seen her father in quite a long time. It takes some turns, and you'll see as the film unfolds, it's more intensity. In other ways, beyond just sort of his eating, you realize there's a lot of intensity in his life. Sadie Sink gives a really good performance. Not the most likable character by any stretch of the imagination, but to see Charlie fight for her so much while not fighting for himself is just one of the many layers of this film that is both frustrating but beautiful and challenging of what the film itself. You're really watching characters act at their highest. Brendan and Sadie have just been gushing over each other's performances across the award carpets. In fact, did she get nominated for the Globe? I didn't think she did. He did, I believe, but the Golden Globes just got nominated. I hate the Golden Globes. They're such a sham. But Brendan, who will not be there given his past, the Golden Globes previous president, did awful things to Brendan. It'll be interesting to see if he makes any comment whatsoever. But he is one of the lead frontrunners for all these performances, and it's understandably why. It is a tough performance. I'm sure that suit really helped him find this character, but there's so much kindness to him that you just feel for him. You want him to get his act together. And there are moments through the film where he's challenging himself, really like, do I eat this candy bar? And then shoveling in, 4 more candy bars because he's just given up, it feels. The title of The Whale revolves around a story earlier in the film he once read to him about Moby Dick. More of that is explained as the film goes, but it all makes sense by the end of the film. And I will say it did hit me hard. If you're struggling, where is this film going and what's happening? It does wrap itself up. Maybe not the way you wanted to, but in a way that I think you will be impressed by the performances. And that's really why you'd see this film. Look, Darren Aronofsky is a great director. This one's definitely more of a smaller, more intimate character study. He's not doing a lot of crazy techniques or, camera things. But there's just a lot of stuff you won't even notice. There is some of it in there, but it's really about the performances. It's about taking this play and adapting it into a movie. And the performances are really what hold this film up. I also want to give props to Ty Simpkins, who plays a door-to-door religious person, like helping. And he adds, at first it seems a little overly convenient, but as it plays go, he becomes a very important character in the story of meeting Charlie and wanting to help him and feeling the need to help him, as then we learn more about Thomas is his character's name. All of these characters in this film, what's really impressive is this sort of you learn while he's, Charlie here, Brendan Fraser is the most obvious one who has conflict and struggling within his life. Every supporting characters, and there's only a few, it's a pretty tight cast. Everybody who sort of gets involved in this film, you realize has their own issues and story to tell. And that's what I really did enjoy about the film. While it seems like it's just, why would I want to watch a film about a guy eating himself to death? It does really work. It works. It's an intense, independent performance piece, but it's one I would definitely recommend, especially for both Brendan and Sadie's performances, which are really knock out of the park. Brendan Fraser is such a likable, wonderful actor. It's so nice to see him get the chance to actually have a performance like this, to really, chew it up, literally. And he does such a wonderful job without ever making it seem, parody or phony or exploitative. He's such a likable person underneath all this weight that you really do feel for him and you want him to succeed. And that's part of the haunting beauty of this film. I do recommend checking out The Whale. It's open now in select theaters and opens more broadly on the 20th of December. I hope you guys will check it out and support this kind of film. We need more films like this to be coming out, not just Marvel movies, not just Avatar movies. So definitely give The Whale a shot. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, this is my movie channel. I will be posting more reviews, including Avatar 2, which I'm seeing tonight. So smash that like button, leave a comment. My God, so many of you guys got so mad about my reactions. I'm looking forward to it. I just don't think it's going to be the most amazing film, but hey, I'm going in with an open mind and I can't wait to see you. So stay tuned, hit that button and make sure you check my review of Avatar, The Way of the Water coming up next, along with more here on Pop Art Movie World Plus. Thank you, everybody.